being a new business contract for scrap tire disposal. Mr. Chris Saul. Gramming.
We're working on a deal.
Either so.
I'm talking about. Yeah, we're all class the same.
Y'all.
Don't start the clock.
All right, Chris. I got it.
Okay, I learned last Wednesday that the vendor servicing us for scrap tire recycling had sold their assets to another company and would not be back. Obviously, scrap tire disposal is a tremendous expense and a tremendous issue. So, the company that bought their assets has agreed to honor existing contracts. Our contract has recently expired. But in discussing this with U.S. Tire, which is the new vendor, they have agreed to honor the terms of our former contract with Northeast Georgia Tire for a period up until April 28, 2017, with allowances to end it earlier should we complete a formal bid process and be able to enter into a longer-term contract with a vendor prior to that date. Obviously, this is not something that we can wait either a week for. Spoke with the manager last week and got sort of a verbal okay to allow this company to come in and authorize to make them payments for the services until tonight, until we can get this done. U.S. Tire, huge company. Liberty Tire is their parent. They used to have 99 counties in the state. We left them years ago, and the company we left them for, they bought, and so we left them again, and the company we went to, they acquired. So,
Can't get away.
they may be willing to honor this contract under the assumption that they got a pretty good shot at becoming our next vendor long term. So, just need y'all's okay per the I don't know what you call it, Chester.
In a nutshell, you need to approve the recycling and disposal contract that's been distributed to you and authorize, I would say, your county manager to execute it on behalf of the county and to complete the blanks which are contained in this document upon receipt of information from U.S. Tire and the exhibits which are mentioned and referenced in the agreement would have to be attached. There are some certifications that we have to get from NCD that have to be so that we know that they are appropriately certified, licensed, and authorized to do this work. You can't hire just anybody to do this work.
Did you get all that?
As happenstance, at 10:30 tomorrow, I have a meeting with U.S. Tire representative, and so I will fill
The
in
insurance
blanks.
certificate that needs to be provided. But in a nutshell, what we've done is we've extended this, actually the agreement that they've agreed to work off of is one that the county had with Northeast Georgia Tire Recycling Inc., which expired. But they're basically saying, even though it's expired, we'll perform in accordance with those same terms and conditions that we were party to it for now until April 28th. Chris and I talked, we felt like that gave him ample opportunity to get a request for bids out so that we could indeed see if we could get some better pricing and match with this better service.
First couple questions. got this when I walked in, so I got that time of the year. When did the Northeast Georgia Tire Race out in contract expire? In August. August of 16. And we've been on without a contract since then?
Yes. No, to be honest, frankly, I didn't catch it, but I caught it a couple of months ago and had been in talks with Northeast Georgia about a new contract. And sort of kept getting delayed and calls not getting returned, and apparently, while they had indicated, yes, we were interested in a new contract. That's not true.
But this is at the time for
Yes. I can get I think actually last time we did it as a proposal, of course not as Chester was talking about, because there's some uniqueness to the contract. Both of our last two vendors have allowed tire retailers to have a trailer station at their location. Of course, the benefit to us is those people are not bogging down our system. Those people do have to report back to us their weights and their counts and all that stuff.
I think you do need to understand is this is a services agreement. It doesn't have to be bid. It's not controlled by the bid statute. That's not to say that putting it out to bid is not a good thing. In fact, we believe it is a good thing, and because it's not subject to the regular bid statute, we can write our bid specifications in such a way where we can get particular needs of the county addressed in that process. That's what Chris hopes to do as part of the process. Experience has shown there are certain things that you need in an arrangement like this that you better get up front or you'll not see them in the process. So we expect that bid process to include those items in the specifications, not just the costs of hauling time.
And I believe at the time we did it, our previous contract was in the neighborhood of $120 a ton cost. Yes, sir.
I noticed there's 4 cars like that last there, one being started and one at Greg's. Why was it Minnie's and Greg's?
They basically under the previous with the previous vendor, they had trailers. They had contracted independently of us with that vendor to provide them trailers.
It's an advantage to the vendor because they were out of Georgia, instead of having to come pick the tires up at the landfill, they could just get them at Benny's and.
Looks like it'd be a huge bonus for Benny's and Greg's to just throw them on the truck and they don't have to haul a whole lot with it, not haul them around.
Right.
It was certainly a benefit to them as well, and it was also a benefit to the vendor.
Right. Well, and
Contractor, because it didn't have to.
with the previous vendor would allow it, but they charged $200 a month rental fee for the trailer sitting there because the trailers aren't turned over as often as they would be at our facility. No, the vendor the retail shop had to pay them. That one of the things with this contract is that Northeast Georgia Tire was not going to charge anything. As Chester said, it's actually a shorter pull from them, and we agreed to use their weights, etc. But that's not to say that would be the case with the next person. I also would recommend that should we continue to allow, and I'm in favor of that, should we continue to allow these private retailers to negotiate with the vendor for trailers at their facilities, that we enter into an agreement similar to the one that I gave Chester, that basically, holds them responsible. If there are costs associated, we have a 10-ton minimum. If Greg's Power Barn sends out 5 tons and I get billed for 10, the state will deduct my reimbursement for that 5 tons. Therefore, that becomes their responsibility to reimburse me for that. So I think that type of agreement to protect us on the back end should remain part of how we do this. Should the new vendor be willing to allow these remote spotting directly.
This shredded tire business is picking up. I mean, there's not, is the potential there we're going to be there? You and I can have a conversation later.
I know it's not
good
good.
right now. It's not good right now.
There's not a lot of market. Not a lot of market for it.
Yeah, he can move it off.
A portion of the tires that get drowned do wind up landfill. You can landfill a drowned tire, you just can't landfill a whole tire. And you can't charge a tipping fee to a tire shop.
First, a motion to approve the contract. A motion. A second, further discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Unanimous decision, Mr. Director.
Thank you. Since I'm up here, and it's early yet, I just want to let everybody know, for those I haven't talked to recently, or if you haven't been out, the landfill grading and construction is complete, ahead of schedule. We do have subcontractors will be in the next 30 to 60 days doing the electrical and control panels, things like that. But the construction of the cell itself is complete.
Something to say.
We revisit this recycling disposal contract. You're not planning to sign it, and you want to county manager this, obviously you need to be on record, county manager is on the line. You're gonna sign it,
You're not gonna get some attachments and exhibits and fill in some blanks?
Again, blanks, I'll try to get those filled in tomorrow.
See, do you want to wait till the blanks are filled in and the exhibits are attached first, or do you want to go ahead and sign the agreement without that?
no, we
Then
had any on that.
Then we'll just authorize me to
That was the reason I was asking, I was
Yeah.
afraid that we might end up having a trip.
Right, yeah, so.
Actually, I filled that.
I can do it.
Well, good with that. Good with that. Yes, sir.
You want me to bring that to you? Do it, shall we?
We're just letting her.
I'll do it.
I'll make a
Good deal.
motion to do this. Just to- thanks
Well,
for
then
that.
that's the vote. Thank you, gentlemen.
Have a good one.
What we execute.